All right. Take three. This is the one. This has got to be the one. There's no way this isn't the one. I'm telling you that right now. There's no way that this isn't the one. I'm Matt. Welcome to the re-listening party. Today we're going to be talking to my good friend Hiro the Champ about his album Personas. We're waiting on the boy right now. He's a talented artist. He's out of the Bay Area in general. You're going to be able to tell. You're going to be able to hear that in the flow. There we go. The man himself, Hiro the Champ on deck. There we go. Boom. Out his album Personas. This is the re-listening party. Oh, the man himself. There he is.
What's up, dude?
Hiro the Champ.
How
Get
you
boss,
doing,
man. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How about yourself?
I'm okay. It's good to see you. It looks like you got younger, bro. Somehow the world was falling apart and it looks like you de-aged a couple years.
I shaved the stash and then I covered the hair because it looks terrible right now.
Okay, I feel it. I'm right there with you, bro.
Yeah, I look like a early 2000s emo person.
I was gonna say, yeah, you got like a mix of like Avril Lavigne and like and like XXX Tentacion going on. I'm with it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Here the champ. Are we drinking? I'm drinking in your honor. You don't have to drink me. Oh, let's go, my friend. Are you ready to do this?
Bro. I came prepared, man.
All right, let's lock it in. If you're just joining right here, I'm talking to Hiro the Champ about his album Personas. We're gonna get going. Cheers to you, my friend. This is to Personas.
Cheers to you. Oh.
I'm be going back and forth with my notes and shit, so don't mind me.
About to lose my mind, I can lose it any second. Rolling up and getting high, rid myself of all the stress. And baby girl is looking fine, so I'm counting all my blessings. But now it's the fucking time that your God start addressing all these.
Oh, okay, we'll start it there. Hiro the Champ, perfect way to start the album. The vibe, I love the energy.
Thank you, sir.
I know who you are now. I wish I would have known you longer. Hiro the Champ at the beginning of this process, starting Personas, when you first started working on this. Can you tell me a little bit about the mindset you were in, how you felt? Because I know your confidence, just like most artists, wanes, all of us. How were you at the start of this project? How are you feeling about working on this? Because, this was your first official project.
Yes, sir. So like when this project first got conceptualized, I was basically starting out in music. At the time, I just graduated college at San Francisco State. And I had a degree in cinema. I was like doing short films and things on the side and all, but I don't know, after a while it wasn't really like my thing. I didn't really gravitate towards it. I've always gravitated towards the music. I started dancing when I was really young, right?
Yeah.
So after college, I just thought, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna work on an album. Me and one of my homies, who you're gonna hear in one of the songs on the EP, we decided to start a little group, and then from there we just started hitting up the studio. We go to Red Eye Studio in the Bay, if y'all know that. So
shouts to Red Eye. Shouts to the Hits family. Shout outs to Haz. We've done a lot of work with them.
Shout out to the Hits
Toho says hi, Kyle. All right, bro. Let's keep pushing a little bit. I got some things to bring.
Oh yeah, really on. I want all the smoke, and I'm on. Yeah, I'm really gone. I had to raise a toast, bitch. I'm on like the set the calm. Change up from the boot. You ain't fucking with it, well then pussy, fuck you too. Yeah, pussy, fuck you too. Yeah, pussy, fuck you too. Yeah, pussy, fuck you too. You ain't fucking with it, well then pussy, fuck you too.
Okay, Hiro the Champ. I've been lucky to. Oh, what up, Gabs? Gabs is watching me virtually and in person. Look at that. It's crazy. It's like Inception.
That's awesome.
RFD in the house. Get boss. I was lucky enough to be there for your first show ever.
Yeah, first show ever. Holy shit.
First show ever. You performed this. I gotta tell you, I've seen a lot of people's first shows, and it's a couple people or there's nobody there. Bro, I did 30 shows with nobody there. People walking away from the stage. Your first show, we got to this part, and there were 20 people yelling it back with you. Pussy, fuck you too. Yeah. How did that feel? Was your first performance? How did that feel? How did that energy feel? I mean, were you able to take it in? If you were, how did it feel to you at the time? With your first performance, you had people feeding that backseat like that. It was crazy to see.
Bro,
I was there.
Bro, that first initial performance, bro, was so humbling, dude. Like, I I enjoyed every second of it. Like, you know, we had a tight knit group of friends that came out. And I don't know, bro, like it's something just told me like you got to go all out. You got to like give the people what they came for. They came for energy. They came for, you know, that Bay Area, like talk that shit type of vibe. So I wanted to bring that, you know, like my biggest fear is disappointing people that you come out to see me. So I tried to give it my all. And I guess it reciprocated well with everyone. So that's good news. I'll take it.
Man, if someone had just seen you that night, we'll talk about that a little more in depth. But if someone had just seen you that night, they would have not believed it was your first performance. If they didn't know you, they would in no way they would believe that.
Okay, I mean, to go back on it, it's not necessarily my first performance. It's my first performance doing music. I used to perform dancing in front of people, so I guess that sort of comfort zone was still there because you know, I'm used to performing in front of people, but music, memorizing lines is a little bit different. So there was a little bit of stress involved. So, but technically, right. I guess technically you could say it was my first performance with like music.
It was your first of something that you wrote, of something that you took the time to sit down and say like, this is straight from my mind, this is straight from my heart. And not only did you go out there and like you put it out there and people shouted it back to you, bro. They fucked with it. Anyway, it was amazing. We'll keep it pushing.
When they're ripping the twist, got my money in my wrist. She really tell me some shit. She was thinking like a kitchen. She a bimbo, yeah. No need, yeah. I don't see, yeah. Reba and dramatic. She be talking that shit. And move to it. Put a hand on her. This best pussy in my life. You just giving that dick. Cause the way that bitch shady before I gave her that. Fuck you, don't take when I'm speaking, you don't understand the code. If I drop a couple gems, I can pass it out the show. Say I'm off to the world, I can think you can hold me close. Oh my God, stop up the class like it's on the roll. Please, I'm on the roll, rolling every time on the go. So I can knock down the lemon, just put the butter, you can set it, the kid, you gotta go put the gun out, like whoa.
Like whoa.
Like whoa.
Whoa! Hey, RFD, let me know how that sounds in the comments, por favor. Let me know how that sounds. The music sounds. What the fuck? Hiro the Champ spitting bars. That's amazing. I love that whole the whole stanza there. Can you tell me about? Oh, Darian's up here. What up, D? Tell me about your writing, bro. Tell me about. I know you started as a b-boy. We'll talk about that as well. Yeah. But as far as your flow, how did that come about, particularly on this? Like, can you tell me a little bit about? Oh, it sounds good, RP. Thank you. Tell me about your flow and progressing your flow and honing that flow.
I mean, if we start at like the roots of when I first started writing, you know, a lot of my influences, although I love old school hip hop, it wasn't one of my like the MCs weren't exactly like my main influence. A lot of the influence came from battle rap. So I watched a lot of battle rap when I was younger. I was a huge fan of Eminem because obviously he battled too. And so my writing stemmed from writing punchlines. I really liked wordplay, double entendres. And then I started to get my raps faster and my flow better by basically studying battle rap. Because I don't know, like if you watch today's landscape of battle rap, a lot of those guys they rap to no beat, right? They're doing a cappella, but then if you hear them, there's a cadence to it, you know. They develop a cadence to their rapping without a beat. So I was 100%. Like, that just threw me off. I'm like, what? How are these guys doing that? So I started writing like to a non-existent beat in my head. I know it sounds crazy, but and then
no, that's how it starts. Yeah.
And then after a while, bro, like I don't know. It just I started to translate it with the music, and it just started picking up really easily to me. Like a lot of people, you know, are good at freestyling. I'm not really the best freestyler, but I freestyle flows. And then when I freestyle the flows, I usually write to the flows in my head. If that makes sense. That's like my process.
No, it does. I love it. And thank you. I know I know you don't really talk about like your writing process that much. So muchas gracias.
Yeah.
Lose My Mind. I fucking love it. I think it's amazing.
Thank you.
Let's keep it pushing, bro.
Thank you.
If you're just joining right now, we're not going to hear the champ about his album.
Give them a reason not to.
This is the realistic
Look,
part.
yeah.
Doubt is free. You're talking right there at the beginning. This is for the haters that doubted the talent. Um, as you know, somebody coming up as is our generation as rapping, and then particularly somebody coming up, you know, from your like your demographic as an Asian rapper, you're talking about it right there. You don't like to talk about a lot of the negative shit that you get because you're a positive guy, and I love it. And your magnetism has worked wonders for you. It's going to continue to work wonders for you. But there's a lot of stigma against, you know, Asian, not just Asian rappers, but, you know, all different kinds of rappers. But the Asian rapper stigma, how's that been for you when you were starting? How's it been for you as you progressed?
I mean, I never really got shit for it back in the day. A lot of people supported the rapping I was doing, but I mean, if I were to, I guess, take into account of the current landscape, I know a lot of Asian rappers are being questioned with the whole Black Lives movement going on, and you know, to be honest, I can see some of the points, man. Like, I understand that, you know, we are a guest in the house of hip hop. Like, so you got to pay dues, you got to pay respect, because at the end of the day, this isn't our culture. So what I try to do is I try to blend the new school and old school with my sound. You know, I'm really into, like I said, I grew up on old school battle rap, so I try to incorporate that old style of like talking shit with incorporating wordplay. But then I try to incorporate newer aspects too. I think of it as just paying homage, you know, because if you don't, you're gonna get slack for it. I mean, if you can look at artists that probably are gonna get more shit than Asians, which is, you know, the Caucasian community, and you have like Lil Xan, who people think is white, and then they were talking shit about him because he disrespected Tupac. So, you know, I'm never gonna disrespect anyone. I'm gonna always pay homage to the greats, and I think that's how we can move forward and not get, you know, shit talked about us, I guess, for lack of a better term.
No, I feel it. Sorry to put you on the spot like that, but I just had
no worries at
I
all.
had to get your take with it.
Putting me on the spot. It's good. Put me on my toes.
Well, yeah. I'm glad you say it like that. And I know that attitude. I've seen the attitude in you. Not only are you a polite guest, you bring something fucking fire to the potluck. If you're coming up bringing something fire to hip hop, you're not out here just talking shit. Like, the reason I brought up those bars, that last verse there, is because that's you just going in. Like, you're not fucking around. You could be out here just doing mumble rap, just like that's popping, like that we've seen. There are
100%.
There are avenues that we could have taken, or shortcuts for you that could have gone certain ways. And I love that you stick true to who you are. You know, you don't dumb yourself down. You talk your shit. I love that. Keep it pushing, bro.
I just stay fast. I like the fame.
It's way back. You like change. Damn.
Tell me more about that. I just state facts. You in a life of fame. This is payback. You wait on life to change. Hiro the Champ, your attitude has been so refreshing to me on the real. Like, there's been a few people in my life that have recharged me at certain parts of my life. You've been one of the people that have really helped recharge me. Speak about that, bro. These bars that you're talking about, that encapsulates your attitude. I've never seen you kick back on your laurels. Even when I've seen you take some L's, I mean, you brush it off a lot faster than most people that I know, and then you're back at it. Where did you get that from? Where does that come from, and how do you keep that up?
To be completely honest, like, I wasn't as, you know, vibrant, as good vibes, as talkative as I was back in the day. I was actually super shy. I got bullied a lot back, like in middle school, early high school. So, you know, like, for me, it's gotten to a point where I just kind of I just like let things loose, especially in the music. You know, I just talk whenever I can, say what I want to say, because at the end of the day, bro, life is short, man. So I try not to dwell on things too much, because when you dwell on things, people don't realize this, but it sits inside of you. And that becomes, you know, negativity. That negativity you can spread to other people, and then people don't want to be around someone that's a negative Nancy all the time. So I try to be, you know, I try to lift people up, because, you know, like, at the end of the day, we're all in this together, where whatever you're doing in life. So that's how I see things.
No, 100%, and I'm with it. And I've told you, but just for anybody who's gonna see this or anybody who's on here, yeah, some smooth 17867 says Hero brings the energy. Hero does bring that
Oh,
energy.
that's freaking Andreas. What's up, man?
Andreas, que
The homie,
paz.
bro. He
Um,
Matt, Andreas is the one that did the remix
for
that
the
I
for
sent
the
you.
Young God remix.
The dubstep remix.
Yo,
Yeah, bro.
Andreas,
Yeah. He's
I
dope,
have
bro.
that
He's
here on
super
my
dope.
laptop. That shit's fire.
Yeah,
Hero
he's
asked me not
super
to put
dope.
that out,
Yup.
so I didn't put it out.
Andreas is
But
the
finish
homie.
that,
He's
please.
super dope.
That shit's fire. We need that. Um, I've seen people all over the spectrum respond to you those ways. From cats who are 8, 17, 18, they respond to your energy like that. Ladies who are, I've seen 50, 60-year-old ladies who are like, every time somebody who I'm in a room with you, you introduce to somebody, you leave the room and I'll watch them be like, man, I really like that guy. Or like, man, that guy's got good energy or something like that. So it's
Yeah.
like, hey, yeah, we need that finalized version of that, Andreas.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Yup.
Hero the champ. Let's keep it pushing,
The
bro.
wordplay when this gives reason to feel this. The reason I never stopped in West Coast kid. When I pull up with you,
Acting like you want to.
I love this, bro. I love the fade out. I love the bars. I mean, we've talked about it before, but like you've grown up in the Bay Area. Your bars you're talking about, I love it. You don't keep it necessarily too regional to where people can't fuck with it. You're like your music's open enough to where you can relate in different areas. It doesn't sound super Bay Area, to the point where it's like, oh, I don't understand that. I don't fuck with that hype shit. But at the same time, you sprinkle bits of that in there. Growing up in the Bay, what has that done to like influence you as an artist, and to influence you as like a young urban cat out there? What has the Bay done for you? How has that shaped you?
That's a good question. I would say for the most part, some of the lingo. I'm gonna drop hella a lot in some of my songs. You know, that's a Bay Area thing.
Yeah.
I guess lit you could say too. A lot of the lingo.
Okay.
The swagger, I guess too, because you know, with the Bay Area, it's like it's a lot of people subtly, maybe not even subtly flexing, but just flexing. You go somewhere like, like Milpitas, for example. You go to
Yeah.
like Milpitas area, they do a D&B things on Wednesday. You see everyone there. They're all
Ratchet
flexing.
Wednesday.
Yeah, they're all flexing, bro. They all got like on their Gucci and they're, you know,
You're right.
everyone's trying to one up each other. Like it's super competitive and like and who can look the best, who can talk that shit, who can, you know, like be the most swagged out. So I mean
Yeah.
that. So I think that is sort of incorporated in my music in the sense that I want to stand out, you know, because a lot of people are trying to stand out in the Bay. Yeah, that's the whole point of the flexing. So
Yeah.
like trying to create my own sound and stand out is like a huge part of it, while also incorporating, you know, aspects of older and newer music so that, you know, you can tie it to something.
Yeah. 100%. No, you're right. When I came out from Los Angeles, the difference between the vibe and the nightlife in Los Angeles and Stockton and the Bay, you're right. In both the Stockton and out here in LA, there's like a lot of aggro. Like you go out to the club, there's always people like beefing. People are always mean mugging each other. But in the Bay, when I was living out there, we'd go to Ratchet Wednesdays. You're right. People want to flex. People want to come out to Dave and Buster's and flash their Gucci. They want to come out and drive, on a Wednesday night. You hit it the nail on the head. You're right. And you take that with you. I think you balance it really well.
Thank you.
We're nearing the second half. We're in the back end here, talking to Hero the Champ about his album Personas. Dave and Busty, yes sir.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys know about David Buster.
diamonds on my neck and on my wrist, you know they closing. I'm a go get it when I shoot, you know it goes in. Yellow boy flexing on the low, we gonna expose them. They don't even notice that they gonna notice.
Hiro the Champ. Personas Broken Pieces off Personas album. We're gonna bump a little more. Bring it back.
Diamonds on my neck and on my wrist, you know they frozen. I'm a go-getter when I shoot, you know it goes in. Yellow boy flexing on the low, we gonna expose them. They don't even notice that they gonna notice.
Woo! Broken Pieces. Hero the Champ. This is a fucking smash. This is a smash song.
Thank you.
When we started working together, I played that back just like I did right now multiple times. I couldn't get past the drop. I was like, it gets to the drop and I'm like, oh no, I gotta hear that one more time. I gotta hear that one more time. That shit's crazy. Broken Pieces. Where did Broken Pieces come from? The beat. And where did you write it? Where did you do it? Can you tell me a little bit about Broken Pieces?
So with the beat, I was just I like searching beats. Kind of like the new wave likes to search beats on YouTube. I was just looking up beats, and I found this one guy, Kid Ocean. I really like this beat. It just sounded like a little trippy, a little wavy in a sense. And at the time, I actually hadn't even written a song where I kind of sing in it. I kind of, harmonize. So then I wanted to try it out, and it was. I kind of used the method where I freestyle my flow, but then I was singing it instead and not rapping. And then from there, I just wrote it down, bro. Like it just was something I freestyled in my room, and I just wrote it down.
Hiro the Champ. This is why I believe in you so much, because you knew you didn't know, but of my older brother Danny. When we would sit, he was a genius about electronic computers. We would sit down, he would open a computer, he'd work on it, boom, 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 he'd put it together, and I wouldn't understand what the fuck he was doing. He would turn to me, he'd be like, oh, bro, it's so easy, you can do it. That's how you describe your writing process. If this is your first melodic song, this is a fucking smash.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I'm going to tell you, I know you don't like to acknowledge it, but you're natural. 100%, you're natural at this. Keep it moving on this.
Like, you need, learn out what you need, yeah. Money, power, and everything in between. I said, what you need, learn out what you need, yeah. Money, power, and everything.
Whoa. That's your first bridge like that? That's fucking fire. I gotta put you on the spot. Hiro the Champ does not like to think of himself as a ladies' man, but Hiro the Champ is a motherfucking ladies' man. Hiro the Champ is a killer, bro. Can you tell me about? I know you weren't always confident. You've told me that. Like, where did your confidence really kick in? Was there anything that really helped solidify your confidence? Because bro, you're the man. You're talking your shit on this. Like, I've seen you talk your shit like this to girls when it hits late.
Yeah,
I usually find out before it gets too late.
Thanks, dude. You know what, bro? There's actually a moment in time that
I
think about. Teresa said he's a fuckboy 100%.
Yeah.
Teresa, you're a real one. Shout out Teresa. But
get him.
So there's this. Oh, bro, I remember it clearly too. I was 21. I want to say 21, and there was this one girl back in college, and she hella checked the shit out of me. Back then, by the way, this is when I was kind of quieter. I was and I was a super asshole, bro. Super asshole to everyone. Like, I didn't give people the time of day. I didn't respond, this and that. And then there's this one chick that called me out one day. She was like, "Are you just hitting me up, just to fuck this and that? Like, what's wrong with you? You're a shitty person." And I don't know what it was about that moment, but I just sat back and I'm like, damn, is this really how I want people to perceive me, as this dude that doesn't give a fuck about anyone but himself and just kind of is just there to just fuck people? And then, I swear to God, bro, that one moment, I don't know why it stuck so much. But then ever since then, I tried to humble myself as much as possible, just just experience growth, throughout the years. And to the point where, I'll sometimes look out for other people over myself. I won't even realize it. But
you're loyal to a team.
Yeah, it started around the 21 age gap, though, for sure. That's when I definitely started to humble up a little bit, really look back, peel back the layers and be like, damn, I need to change shit up. I am a piece of shit human being. And
Hiro
so
the
yeah,
champ,
it was since
man.
then, bro. And then ever since then, I try, I try my best to change for the better.
No, you've done a phenomenal job, bro. You put in the work. People see it. I mean,
Thanks, fam. Thank you.
you don't need to hear it, but it's probably good to hear it every once in a while. But people see it, like, and when you're not around, people say it too. So let's keep it
Thank you. I
pushing.
appreciate you.
Working just to get the cash. You said he got a mash. You the best I've ever had. Speaking lies, we say the facts. Say we cool but never dab. Put the bay up on the map. Ghost right with like the fab. Whoa.
Oh my God!
Shout out Mr. Fab, bro. Mr. Fab is
Shout out, Mr. Fuck Fab.
crazy. Some people like, bro. Some people are in the Bay don't even know who Mr. Fab is, and I'm just like, bro, are you kidding me? I saw this guy at Club Ice. By the way, that's an 18 plus club, or 18 and lower club.
Yeah.
This guy was throwing CDs into the crowd, bro. It was the craziest thing.
Wow. See, that's what I love about you too. Yeah, like you don't fake it, bro. Like you respect who came before you. Like you don't have to give a shout out to Mr. Fab. Like a lot of people know Mr. Fab, but Mr. Fab to us, to you and me, people like you and me who grew up out like in NorCal, Mr. Fab's this shit, bro.
He's the
Can you right off the top of your head, what's your favorite Fab song?
Ghost Ride the Whip. Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Love it.
That song goes so hard. They don't even know that one.
That bridge is fucking crazy. I love it. I love the shout out. To me, that's just another indicator of you being loyal to the soil, man. A lot of cats are out here faking it, and I mean, to me, that's just another level of respect. You always pay, like you said, you always pay the proper respect, and then you come in and you talk your shit the right way. I love it. You may leave with somebody's girl, not their girl, but you came in respectfully. All right.
But they gotta notice, running through the motions. But they gotta notice, yeah.
We're talking to Hiro the Champ. This is the re-listening party. We're talking to him about his album Personas. That was Broken Pieces. Where does Broken Pieces, before we get to the last song, where does Broken Pieces sit in as far as your favorites or as far as your body's work?
Bro, it's funny that you say that, bro, because like, I mean, we've had this conversation too. I actually don't really like the EP we're playing right now. We've talked about this too. Like I think it's just the constant need to keep improving, and once you keep improving, you see your other work or your previous work as being, I don't know, I guess inferior in a way. So I mean, because out of my favorite, are you talking about my favorite songs on the CP specifically?
No, just in as far as your songs,
like,
the songs you've done.
I wouldn't even put Broken Pieces in top 3, bro, because
wow,
yeah, people don't understand. Like for everyone,
they don't know yet.
They don't understand, bro. Like,
yeah.
By the way, we got RFD in the chat. Shout out RFD. Me and him got a Screamo song coming out, bro. That shit's gonna be crazy. I know you've heard it. That shit's crazy.
Oh my god. Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, then how about as far as like your songs that are released already?
I would put I wouldn't even put Broken Pieces in top 3 still. I'd probably
oh my god.
I would say it's like my 5th favorite song. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm like super, like, that's something I'm really self-conscious about is my singing. I'm getting a lot better at it, like harmonizing, vocalizing. So at the end of the day, I'm not as self-conscious as I was when I made Broken Pieces, but it's also one of the reasons why I don't like the song as much, because at the time I was super self-conscious about it.
I feel it. And to be honest, Rachel and Dennis are in here. What up, Rachel and Dennis? That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this with you. To be honest, you were one of the people who like helped reignite this idea in my mind, because I've had this idea in the back of my mind for years. And when you played me this album, and you're like, "Oh yeah, it's whatever," I played it for a week, 2 weeks straight, and I was like, "What the?" And every time I tried to bring it up to you, you're like, "Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I did it like a year ago." I'm like, "No, like stop for a second, look at it, listen to it one more time. This is amazing. Like, you should be proud of yourself."
Thanks, dude.
Let's keep it. And we're talking to Hiro the Champ about his album Personas. This is the last song. Let's get it going. Start Again. The first time that you and I hung out, we were smoking with a friend of ours, and like people in NorCal do, they pass around the aux and everybody's like, "Oh, I rap." But most, to be 100% with you, 8 times out of 10, most people you meet fucking are not truth. You know, they're not Hiro the Champ. Okay, let's say it like that. They're not Hiro the Champ.
Sometimes some Dr. Seuss, you know.
There's some Mickey Mouse shit.
I got a cat in a hat. I just.
When you played this song in the car the first time we really hung out, man, I felt it. Like, it hit me right in the chest, bro. This song hit me right in the chest. I felt the authenticity. And I knew right at that moment, I was hounding you, bro. Like, I was telling you, I was like, no, that shit's dope. Like, I gotta see that shit. Like, I didn't just let it go. Start Again. I don't need specifics. I don't need names, but starting again, what did it mean to you? How can you speak to being able to start again? How important it is to be able to start again, and to be able to like know that you can start again, regardless of how hard it feels or how much it feels like you may not be able to start again. What did it mean to you?
Yeah. First of all, it's about an ex. I think a lot of people who listen to that song know that and know who it's about. But man, I don't know. Like, I've always believed that people deserve second chances. And so, 100%. Dennis said the making of the song was a journey. Oh yeah, it was for sure. But yeah, like, I feel like everyone deserves a second chance, bro. A chance to start again. And so that can mean anything from kind of reevaluating your life and then deciding from there where you should go. In a sense, that's kind of the beginning of the song too, the conceptualization of the song, because, you know, I was going to school doing cinematography, and then it got to a point where I was like, I don't even want to do this anymore. So then I essentially started again. I reevaluated the situation. But, you know, it has multiple different meanings, and I want people to interpret the song in like their own way, because it's a very vibey song, you know, not something you blast in the car on the way to like a rave or a party.
No, but when I'm driving around and I want to, like, I don't know, kind of escape, or I kind of want to just play some music that actually makes me feel some shit, like this goes on the playlist, like this goes in the queue.
Thank you.
Of course, 100%. Let's keep pushing.
Hand me out the bottle just because you tried to drown him. Remember, you could never get you, but I still pretended to. You never knew. Yeah, I could tell you never knew. Yeah, I could tell you never knew. Yeah, I could tell you never knew.
Man, I didn't even have a note for that part. I just had to play that part. Yo,
shout out Lorden. He also goes by Late Lord. He's the guy that's singing over the hook, because that was the time where I was still self-conscious about the singing. So shout out Lorden. You know, he killed it. He has dope vocals.
100%.
Look. Hey, look. Dennis put never knew.
Damn.
Ooh, Dennis, you're playing with fire with that comment.
I know, it's hot. Hold on, man. Easy, Dennis. Oh, my God. But I know Dennis. Dennis likes to play fire. He lives dangerous. He lives dangerously. I like it. Yeah, bro, to me, that's just you being honest, and that's you being brave. Like, you don't have to just be talking like that. There are most times that we've played earlier, it's a juxtaposition where you spit your bars, but to me, this is just you speaking your heart. Dennis says it was a journey. How was it to you? How hard was it to feel comfortable saying these kind of things just openly? Like, you're just talking at the end of that. You're saying, I never knew. There are important things that you needed to get off your chest. How hard was it?
Bro. See, this is the beautiful thing about being like as comfortable as I can be right now, because I'm gonna tell you what it took to get this song done. Okay. First off, we had to coordinate appropriately because we had 2 people on the song. 3, if you want to count the producer we were working with at the time. Shout out Soup. We were working with him in San Francisco. Super cool. In order to get the vibe right, I was in the booth. I specifically asked the producer to turn all the lights off. Excuse me. That was the Bud Light. I had someone bring, I had someone, or I had him also put a stool in the studio, in like the booth, so I could sit on it. So lights were off. I was sitting on a stool. And then to get the vibe down to the perfect amount, I took my shirt off, bro. They don't know about that.
Yes. Hiro the Champ. I love it.
So all of that combined is what created it. We got a little weird, bro. And I don't care about admitting that. Like, if it helps with the vibe of the song, it helps with
100%. You got to do what you got to do.
What you got to do. You come out.
There was another artist, I won't say the name.
Like, I'll make the sacrifice, you know?
Yeah, 100%. There was another artist who who I was working with, who I was like, look, this is not sexy enough. This song needs to sound way sexier. I'll bring your husband here. You can do whatever you got to do in there. We'll black out the room. Do what you got to do. It was great. Thank you for putting yourself out there like that.
Yeah, of course.
That's that real shit, bro. That's just, to me, the end of that, where you're repeating that. There's kind of just like a sentiment that, and I felt it, and I could feel like it was sitting with you. And you saying it at the end like that was just a way to get off your chest, and I loved it. Here are the Champ Personas. I think this may be our last clip. Let's ride it out.
Just ball, but using chains to that's a piece that I can.
Boom.
Start again. Man, we're right back to where we started. I love that song. I love the album. If you were to tell Hiro the Champ at the beginning of this, if you were to come across Hiro the Champ at the beginning of this album, at the beginning of this process, now, what would you tell yourself when you started to work on this process?
Keep striving for greatness. Keep improving your sound, your style. Don't be afraid to try new things. Those are the biggest things I would say, because the path I'm on right now with the music, which is going to be released sooner than later, is insane. Like what you're hearing on the EP, the sounds that I'm coming out with very soon are completely different. Completely 100%. Different.
100%.
And it's more about expanding, my abilities as well. I don't want to just be known as the flippity rippity script rapper. I don't want to be known as the drip drop, like swag rapper. I want to be able to expand my sound to different genres of music. I'm actually working on a punk rock song right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so people don't know about that. I'm working on a punk rock song. So I'm trying to expand to just every genre, so people can't just put me in a box, label me. I want to do as much as I can with music, man.
100%. RFD and Dennis are up in here talking that talk. I love it. Yeah. That's one of the few things. You've got a great support system, bro. You've got heat in your pockets. You've got so much heat in your pockets. I'm surprised.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't, bro.
Hiro the Champ Personas, thank you so much for coming on, for letting me talk with you, letting me celebrate it with you. Before we get out of here, I'm going to play a little bit. I'm going to tease them a little bit with what you've got in your pockets that they don't even know about yet. can't play too much. I'm just gonna play a little bit. This is unreleased Hiro the Champ. If you've been here, this is the re-listening party.
Yeah.
Hiro the Champ.
Look. Says smoking on the loudest, got my vision cloudy. Only speaking about it if it's really about me. There's some people I don't fuck with. Starting with this fucking hoe who used to suck with. She make that back drop while she set a stage. She got them ham hocks, they was honey glazed. And yeah, I talk shit, it ain't nothing new. You can't call quits, you don't get to pick and choose. All the moves I'm making got you feeling a little nervous with uncertainty. Get you to the curb along with all your insecurities. Now you want a piece because I'm feasting from the circuit. Please, your ways be swimming in this currency. Lord, there she goes, bet that's her calling my phone. Hey, no one fucks with her, she out here on her own. Hey, she gon' preach that I need her in the booth. Bitch, you ain't the one, I'm here to check the dues. Please tell me something that I don't know. Sick and tired of people that just don't know. All that work that's going in, but on the low, we don't showboat. Yeah. Watch the throne though. Yeah. Said, please tell me something that I don't know. Sick and tired of people that just don't know. All that work that's going in, but on the low, we don't showboat. Watch the throne though. I am only here so watch my shit. If you ain't about the shit, get out my dick, yeah. Get out my dick, yeah. Get out my dick, yeah.
Oh, Hiro the motherfucking champ. You, my friend, are not a product. You're the real fucking deal. You're an artist. You're a friend. You are the Bay Area, and you're not somebody just hopping on some bullshit. You are hip hop. If someone doesn't fucking tell you that, I've seen it in you. Hiro the Champ is genuine. Hiro the Champ is fucking hip hop.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That means a lot, man. Cheers to that. Cheers to that for real.
Cheers, man. Yo, thank you for putting that work in on not just this album, but on yourself. You're an inspiration. Thank you for showing this. Thank you for coming on and letting me celebrate this album, because I know that you're not the biggest fan of this album anymore.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. Thank you for joining me, man. I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man. Like,
of course.
I really appreciate it.
Hiro the Champ, this is the re-listening party. Where can people find the album Personas?
They can find it on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, at Hiro the Champ. You know what it is. Come on. I hope everyone has a drink in their hand. I hope everyone's celebrating. It's Saturday.
Miguel just came up in here literally at the end. Miguel stoned ass. What up? Hiro the Champ, you are one of my...
Quit out. My bad. We got disconnected a little bit. But we're good.
We're good, bro. For real. You, I'm incredibly lucky to know you, and I'm lucky to call you a friend. Thanks for coming on here.
Humble.
This has been a re-listening party. Be on the lookout for Hiro the Champ. There's going to be a lot coming from him.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you, man. Cheers.
Of course, brother.
I'll catch you later. Hiro the Champ.
Ha ha.